A wonderful Friday to our Erongo Talk viewers. Adam Hartman here. We are standing at the battleground of the African Championships tug-of-war event that is taking place at the northern sports fields in Swakopmund, that is just north of the dome. We are having several African club and national teams who are going to be competing for the next 2 days. So make sure to come here or to see our updates on social media. Anyway, enough of that. Today we are also going to listen to Jannie Gouws, Vice President of the Namibian Kickboxing Federation, who's going to tell us about the upcoming Desert Storm martial arts event. And Almarie Mostert tells us more about the Galjoen Derby festival taking place this weekend. We're also going to be telling you, giving you the news, some news. We're going to be telling you about the weather and the tides. So stay tuned. For our first news item, Walvis Bay-born artist, songwriter and performer Theodore Ramanu Lucas, 22-year-old, will release his third studio project titled Nobody Knows early next month. After having been on a music break for 2 years, Ramanu says that his fans can expect a lot of music from him. Consisting of 5 songs, the new body of work was compiled and written based on some of Ramanu's experiences during the past 2 years, leading up to now. It also includes his dreams, aspirations, manifestations, and joyous moments. The artist revealed that Nobody Knows, which will be available on YouTube, Audio Mac, and SoundCloud, features Dark Vapor, Jixi, Mario AKM, and Quinray, with Nick Monroe, Takunda, and Kayasa beats listed on production credits. Ramanu says he possesses an immense passion for creating music. The songwriter plans to improve existing and create new relationships with fellow artists. Ramanu has made quite a name for himself over the years. He released his first 8-track project titled Who Was a Lame in his teens in December 2019, which went to reach over 60,000 streams on Audio Mac. His last project, For You From 6, a collective of different sounds, was released on 6 November 2020 and currently stands at 19,748 streams on Audio Mac. The artist intends to release more music this year along with a few music videos. And now for our next story. The Namibian Defence Force will host the 7th edition of its annual sports event from today to 7 July at the Captain P.N. Sagharia Naval Base in Walvis Bay and the Veneta Sports Grounds in Swakopmund. The event consists of netball, football, athletics, chess, volleyball, pool and boxing matches. The sports officer for the Navy, Charles Mukua, explained that the goal of the NDF Sports Games is to create friendships between members of the armed forces and increase fitness levels. The winners will be awarded trophies, medals and cash prizes. The best players will be selected to represent the NDF national teams. Mukua said the games will be sponsored by the Defence Force Foundation and an NDF entity that generates funds in order to establish facilities necessary for the welfare enhancement of NDF members and their families. Thank you.
We are joined by Mr. Jannie Gouws, the Vice President of the Namibian Kickboxing Federation. Now, there is another kind of storm heading for the coast. Mr. Gouws, tell us about the storm.
Otis, I hope you are not referring to the one with a lot of sand currently, and to the Desert Storm 4, the biggest martial arts event in Southern Africa, hosting 8 countries, different countries from this region, and in 135 entries in 3 different styles.
What styles are these?
The 3 different styles is Jiu-Jitsu, Kickboxing, and MMA, mixed martial arts.
So, in terms of our level of preparedness, how would you rate Namibian athletes?
Otis, Namibian athletes in all combat sports, as we know, is very high, from boxing, karate, and now it's kickboxing and MMA stern. We know that we've got Delano Miller, who's already a champion. We've got Via Hinda, which is just a few weeks ago. He became a MMA champion in South African IMMAF competition. So we will have title fights this weekend again in both kickboxing and mixed martial arts, as well as jiu-jitsu.
Now, this is 3 days of action. How are you going to spread out this action?
So on Friday we start with the gi jiu-jitsu. It is when we fight with the traditional gi, the clothing that we use is called the gi, and that will be up to noon. And then in the afternoon, we start with the Sport MMA, IMMAF bouts, which will then be from 3 o'clock until late. Yes. Saturday morning, early 8 o'clock, we start with the kickboxing. And all the amateur juniors up to noon again. And then afternoon, we start with the full contact fight, which is in a ring, and also 3 title fights.
Wow. Now there have also been rumors of the first cage fight, which will be staged at the event. How's that going?
Otis, unfortunately, the cage, we struggled to get it here in time. It needs to be a specific cage, world standard, because we are affiliated with IMMAF. We couldn't get the cage, but the fights will all still go on. It will be done in a normal ring.
In a nutshell, what does hosting such a competition of such stature, bring for Namibia and the athletes?
It is on the world stage. We've got 8 big countries. Martial arts is on the up over the whole continent. It's and world. If you look at the EFC, UFC, martial arts is big, and we want to be part of that. We are already part of it. When we look at WACO, we are, which is the World Organization of Kickboxing Associations, and IMMAF, which is International Mixed Martial Arts Federation. We are affiliated with both those, yes. Meaning that we will be on the front door of the continent, the world. Yeah.
Now, what would your message be to the contestants, the competitors, as well as martial arts fans out there?
Yes, obviously the martial arts themselves, do your best. It is a massive opportunity for you to do what you've trained for the last few months. We've got 2 years where COVID stopped us from doing this contact sport, which we all love. So yeah, the martial artists just needs to go out and enjoy and do their best. For the spectators, we need you. We need you for the sport. It is exciting. It's a fast sport. It is what you've known to see on TV when you look at EFC. That's exactly what you will see here in Namibia.
Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you do not have an excuse to be bought this weekend at the coast. pop in at the Jan Wilken Indoor Sport
The Jan Wilken Indoor Sports
Sports
Centre, yeah.
Complex. Yes, and go and enjoy the action at Desert Storm 4.
Thank you, Otis.
Thank you.
My name is Almarie Mostert. I'm the principal of Stepping Stone Special Education School in Swakopmund. And we are a school for children with autism particularly, but also children with other intellectual or learning disabilities. We've started the school many years ago as a little kindergarten in 2015. And we've grown a lot. So at the moment we have a primary school for children and a preschool for children with quite complex needs or autism. And then we also have a part of the school that is for children with more milder learning disabilities. Some children are still on the spectrum of autism, but it could also be other challenges that they face. That means they struggle in mainstream. So we have grown a lot, and we've realized that there is a big need for a school, a specialized school, especially for children with autism, and especially for children who have quite complex autism, so who may be non-verbal or who may find it really difficult to cope with a bigger class in the mainstream settings. Yeah, so we've opened this school a number of years ago, and now we have the kindergarten, we have the junior primary, senior primary in both complex needs and learning support side. Yeah. So we want to build a school because our current facilities are small and we keep on growing. So we acquired an erf from the municipality of Swakopmund about a few years ago in 2017, and of course we have to raise funds to build our school. So COVID stopped us for a few years, but we are back on track, and we decided to organize a fishing competition. We tried it a few years ago and it went really well. One of the parents of my school, his name is Yuri Pieterse. He had this wonderful idea of doing a fishing competition, and he organized it in 2019. But this time we decided that we're going to go big, and we are actually combining it with a festival or a fun day for the whole family. So while the dads or the brothers or the moms or whoever is out fishing, anybody that's left or the whole family or anybody else can come and join us on our erf, which is the one we will be building our school on. It's in Ocean View, and we will be holding a lovely family festival there. There'll be stalls, there'll be entertainment, there will be a band playing, there will be fun and games for the kids, jumping castles, face painting. We are trying to get the pony rides there, and yeah, it will be fun for the whole family. Also lots of food to be sold. And then of course the fishing competition will be at 4. All the fishermen will have to do their final weigh-in. By 4 o'clock weigh-in ends, and then the person who caught the biggest galjoen of the day will receive a prize of 20,000 Namibian dollars. Our second prize for the second largest galjoen is 10,000, and then we have a third prize of 2,500. But there will also be a lot of other prizes. We've got a lucky draw going, we've got for the kids coloring competitions, and We've got a Fundisi, what's an auction? We have an auction coming up, and yeah, so it will be a fun day. We want everybody to come and join us. There will be entertainment for everyone, and it's in Ocean View, in our location where we will be building our school, and hopefully we can raise funds to start phase 1. So the school we want to build is going to be on a big earth. We have a wonderful big earth, and we are planning to build a primary school and a vocational training and a therapeutic intervention center for children with autism and similar difficulties. A lot of planning goes into a school like that, and getting there, of course, takes some time. We have to raise the funds. So where we are at the moment is we've got our planning approved by the municipality for phase 1. So in phase 1 we will be building 12 classrooms to accommodate around 120 children, and then so phase 1, we are raising funds for phase 1, and before we get there, of course, we have to get our boundary wall up. So we are hoping that with the funds we raise with the Derby, we can get this project going, and we can get our first classrooms up and running and built. Hopefully we can move in 2022. So we are planning to build phase 1 as soon as possible. Phase 1, the whole of phase 1 will be around 7.4 million, but it has been divided into sub-phases. So for every block of classrooms, I think a block of classroom we are trying to raise 1.5 million, and the project was designed like this specifically that once block 1 is built, then we can move in to that part of the building while we can develop the second part of phase 1 and the third part of phase 1. So every block of classrooms will be 1.5 million, and then we still have the boundary fencing of 250,000, and currently we are almost at the mark of being able to cover to surround our earth with our boundary wall of 250,000. So yes, we are still in need of reaching our target of the first 1.5 million. We are around 250 or 200,000 at the moment. So we are getting there.
And now for your weather. Sunset at the coast will be at 28 minutes past 6 on Friday, and sunrise will be at 43 minutes past 7 on Saturday. Walvis Bay will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 24 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius. A 11 knot northwest wind will prevail. Swakopmund will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 23 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. A 13 knot west wind will prevail. Henties Bay will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 24 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. A 17 knot northwest wind will prevail. Arandis will have a maximum degree Celsius of 29 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 12 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 22 northeasterly wind will prevail. Oosakos will have a maximum degree Celsius of 27 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 13 northeasterly wind will prevail. Karibab will have a maximum degree Celsius of 25 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius. A 15 northeasterly wind will prevail. Omaruru will have a maximum degree Celsius of 25 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius. A 15 northeasterly wind will prevail. And that concludes your weather.
And that brings us to the end of our show today. So thanks for joining us. And if you want to read more about our news or see other news, please visit our website at www.erongo.com.na. And you can also see our news and updates on our social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, amongst others. And you can also go view our broadcast platforms, which is 1up2.com, as well as NTV, which is on DSTV, as well as GoTV. If you have any news tips for us that you want to share with us, you can either email it to the below email address, or you can call us or send us a message at the below mobile number. And this is wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead. See you next time.
Tonight I'll lie awake and watch as the world ends. All from the comfort of my bedroom. I've said it way too many times. There are some perks being friends of mine. Tonight I'll lie in bed drinking red wine, singing a doo 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 doo. Celebrate and mark those who attend. Most of my friends are in the bathroom. I've said it way too many times. Not only sinners dwell the night. Tonight I'll lie in bed till you flat lying, singing a doo 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 doo. To tenderness and all of the other things I miss. Throw our hearts into the hellfire. I'd raise the bonds of bitterness for one true loving, then it's kiss. A kiss to save it all from certain demise. Tonight I'll lie awake and watch as the world ends.